The strange sound of jazz music pulled me out of sleep. Wait, since when did my alarm sound like that? I groggily tried to get up but ended up rolling straight off the bed. Luckily, there was a cushion on the floor to catch me. Then I noticed a note beside me.
Soft landing. You were exhausted last night, so I changed your alarm to something gentler to keep you from getting shock. Dad.
Oh, right. I had partied way too hard last night. My phone was probably dead by now. But when I looked over, I saw it was already plugged in, charging. And, of course, another note was sitting beside it.
Figured you'd forget, so I charged it for you. Dad.
I headed downstairs, planning to make myself some coffee to wake up, but just as I reached for the coffee jar, I heard a familiar voice.
Already made you some coffee. And remember, go easy on the sugar.
Jeez Louise, how do you always know what I'm about to do?
Because I'm Mr. 2 steps ahead, obviously.
Hey everyone, I'm Mia, 16 years old, and this is my amazing dad. As you can see, he takes care of me way too much. Does anyone else have a dad that spoils them as much as mine? Drop a comment below and let me know. My dad is a tech billionaire. My mom passed away when I was little, so dad's been both my mom and dad ever since. Sometimes I feel like he knows me better than I know myself. And the craziest part, he's always 2 steps ahead. Like when he got me a fleet of supercars to celebrate 1 year of having my driver's license. Now I have the struggle of picking which one to drive each day. Or the time he filled a whole room with Barbie dolls to celebrate the day I finally stopped spitting out my veggies at dinner. Basically, I don't have to lift a finger, and all my friends are super jealous. Hey, you've missed so many classes lately. Are you sure you're gonna be okay for the exams? Oh, don't worry. My dad hired a private tutor and bought me a ton of vitamins. I'll be fine. Hey, think your dad would adopt me? I'll be on my best behavior. But honestly, sometimes his 2 steps ahead thing gets a bit much. Like last Christmas, I secretly spent an entire month picking out the perfect gift for him. I found a jacket I knew he'd love and was sure I'd surprise him. Just as I was about to give it to him, he was so excited.
This one, right? I knew it, so I bought us matching ones.
And that's how life goes with my knows everything dad. Until one day, it was pouring rain and the schoolyard was flooded. I was juggling my bucks when I slipped into a huge puddle and fell flat on the ground. Just then, a tall figure appeared and scooped me up without saying a word. Wait a sec, could this guy be part of Dad's 2 steps ahead plan too?
You're drooling all over the place. That's gross.
Okay, I could officially rule him out of any dad plan, but something about his rudeness sparked my curiosity. His name was Ethan, a guy who couldn't care less about anything. For days, I ran into him, but he ignored me. Until one day, we got paired up for a chemistry project. Fate, right? Except he didn't show up until an hour later, leaving me to work alone. Finally, when did he show up?
Hey, you're my partner?
Yeah, but I've already done most of the work.
Here, this part needs fixing. Hand it over.
Wow, I thought this guy didn't care about school at all. But turns out he was even better at it than me. So this is what people mean by the charm of hard work? And man, he really was good looking.
What are you staring at? Help me with this part.
In the end, our project came first in class. I turned to give him a high five, but he'd already walked off, leaving me looking ridiculous. We got paired for more projects, and the more I got to know him, the funnier and more caring he seemed.
What, you want some gum? Here, take one.
I held onto that piece of gum like it was treasure, not even wanting to eat it. By the time I got home, I was floating on cloud 9. And of course, Dad wasn't going to miss a single thing.
You're acting kinda weird, huh?
No, nothing weird going on here.
Got a crush, don't you?
What? No! Dad, you're being ridiculous. But I couldn't deny it. There was something about Ethan that made my heart race. We started texting, getting to know each other better, and I found myself excited for school every day just to see him. Which outfit should I wear?
The dress! 80% of guys love a sweet dress like that.
Ugh, Dad, stop it! There are no guys here. Jeez. I lied to Dad, saying I'd stay late to study with friends, but I was really meeting Ethan. Dad agreed, but his text seemed odd. Oh well, he didn't say anything else. We went to a riverside, and the atmosphere felt peaceful. Just as I gathered the courage to confess, Ethan beat me to it.
I like you. Let's date.
My heart stopped. I tried to hug him but tripped and face planted again. He helped me home. So, when did you start liking me?
Since the day you face planted in that puddle.
Wait, the first time we met? Then why did you pretend not to notice me after that?
Well, that's just how it went.
We laughed and talked until I suddenly remembered if Dad found out, he'd go full 2 steps ahead and make everything complicated. I hurried Ethan away, but just as we got to the gate, Dad was waiting.
Welcome home. I figured you'd get around this time, so I came to greet you. And who's this?
We're, friends. Friends. That night, Dad pulled me aside for a talk.
Mia, that boy's no good. My detectives found out he's trouble, always skipping class and...
Dad, you're late this time. Everyone already knows that stuff.
And his family situation isn't stable either. His dad's in jail and his mom...
Maybe you should retrain your detectives and update me with something new. Thanks to him, we got the highest grade in class. You're not stopping me from hanging out with him, are you?
No. Of course not.
The next weekend, Ethan and I went to watch A Gentle Touch of the Heart, a movie I'd been dying to see since they dropped the trailer last year. But when we got there, the staff sighed and said, "I've got good news and bad news. Which one would you like to hear first?" Hit me with the bad news. The bad news is someone rented out the entire theater tonight.
So, what's the good news?
He changed his mind and just returned 2 tickets. But once we got inside, we realized the 2 seats were several rows apart. Things got kinda awkward. I tried to focus on the movie, but we ended up texting each other the whole time.
Pretty far, huh?
Yeah, super far. Every now and then I'd turn to sneak a glance at him, and he'd be looking at me too. Honestly, that was enough to make me happy. Then suddenly, Ethan came over to my seat.
Let's go.
Wait, what? Where? The movie's not even over yet.
As if you've been paying attention anyway.
Well... Just then, I got a text from Dad.
Enjoying the movie? I knew how much you loved it, so I rented out the theater just for you two. Thoughtful, right?
I couldn't believe what I was reading. I ignored the message and asked Ethan to take me to my favorite ice cream shop instead, dreaming of some sweet chocolate to calm myself down. But...
I'm sorry, someone just bought out all the flavors. Only durian is left.
What's wrong? Not a fan of durian?
Ugh, I can't even stand the smell. Nobody wants durian. That's why it's the only flavor left.
Well, that's a bummer. How about this? If you can throw this rock into the trash can, I'll do your homework. If you miss, you eat 1 spoonful of durian.
The competitor in me flared up and I took the shot. And I missed. Ethan was clearly enjoying my defeat. I squeezed my eyes shut, plugged my nose, and let him feed me with a spoonful of durian ice cream. And it was surprisingly good. Before I knew it, I'd eaten the whole cup while Ethan cheered me on.
What? You made my daughter eat durian? Oh hey, Mr. Tech Genius! Do you like ice cream too? Don't tell me you're the one who bought out the whole shop.
But that wasn't even the last of it. Another day while we were at a restaurant, the waiter came over and said that the table next to us had sent over a special dish for us. Something felt fishy, but before I could stop him, Ethan had already taken a bite. His face immediately turned beet red.
Ah! It's so spicy!
Wait, Dad? Is that you?
Is that your dad? Well then. Hey, could you send the same dish over to that table, please?
Ethan personally took the spicy dish over to Dad's table.
You've gotta eat it now, or you'll disappoint both me and me.
But of course, Dad wasn't one to back down. He took a massive bite and his face turned bright red too.
I totally expected this, which is why I brought milk.
This was too much. I quickly excused myself from Ethan and dragged Dad outside for a talk. Dad, can you stop interfering with my life?
What do you mean?
I hate how you act like you know everything. And I really don't like how you're always so proud of being 2 steps ahead. Do you even know how many times that's totally ruined the mood for me?
I didn't realize.
When I was getting that gift ready for you, even if you knew what it was, you could have just pretended not to. Instead, you had to flat out say you knew, making me feel like all my effort was for nothing. Now it's happening with my relationship too. Can you just leave me alone for once? And with that, I packed my things and moved out, only to find Dad had secretly slipped some money into my suitcase at some point. Life on my own wasn't easy. I barely knew how to cook, but Ethan always helped.
I think you were a bit impulsive. Maybe you should just go back home. Your dad's a little quirky, but he means well.
I don't know. It'd be weird just to go back now. No longer the rich girl with endless shopping trips, I found a new hobby after school: baking. There's something special about making my own treats. Something I never did when everything was just handed to me. I loved spending so much time with Ethan, but there was still this part of me that missed Dad. And now I realize just how good Dad was at planning ahead, always being prepared, while I was just stumbling through everything at the last second. A month passed, then two. One day after school, the housekeeper came rushing in with bad news.
Your dad has been missing for a few days now. Normally, he'd let us know if he went on a trip, but today, nothing. He seemed really down and even told us not to look for him.
I couldn't hold back the tears. Was it my fault? Did Dad leave because of me? I hurried back home to search for clues and thought about the places Dad used to go. In his office, I found a receipt from a cafe near the Central Park.
Your dad might be there.
We drove straight there, but when we arrived, there was no sign of him. I tried to stay calm. My gut told me that he had moved on from here. The route would lead to the city library, of course. We rushed to the library, but again, no Dad. Then I noticed a book lying open on a table. It was about sculpture art, and inside was Dad's business card. He'd definitely been here recently. I racked my brain and remembered Dad had once mentioned a sculpture exhibit at a gallery, a place he'd often go to escape the pressure of work. The art gallery! Find one nearby! Quick! On the way, I started to realize how much Dad had always cared for me, down to every little detail. And me? I'd never even taken the time to notice what he liked until now. I felt awful. We burst into the gallery, and finally there he was, sitting there, staring at a statue. I ran over and hugged him tightly. I finally caught up with you, Dad.
I thought you wouldn't bother. I once invited you here, but you were too busy going on a date.
Then Dad told me everything. My mom had been in a critical condition when she gave birth to me. The doctor said they could only save one of us, and Dad was so overwhelmed that he left the decision to them. After Mom's death, he blamed himself for being careless and had since planned ahead for everything, trying to make up for the loss by taking care of me in every way possible. I'm so sorry, Dad. I've been so clueless.
No, I'm sorry too. But honestly, I've been watching you this whole time, and you've grown up more than I realized. That boy, he seems all right. You're Ethan, right? Can I trust you to take care of Mia now?
Yeah, of course. I'm serious about Mia.
Time passed and I moved back home with Dad. I've been working on my baking skills, thinking about starting a small online bakery.
What's this? My little princess selling baked goods now?
Wait, how did you know I was planning to open a shop?
I always know.
But don't tell me you've already set up the place and done all the prep work for me.
No, I've learned. It's not about always being 2 steps ahead. It's about understanding you.
You want to marry her and you haven't even spoken to her? Oh my gosh, I see a whole wedding going on in your head.
How did you know that? Don't say her name, okay? Jade, what about me?
I don't want to make you blush, but you're thinking about that time you wet your pants in 9th grade.
Jade, you're impossible!
He turned bright red as everyone cracked up. That kind of chaotic scene was pretty normal during break time, with the boys always daring me to join their silly games. And you're thinking about ditching class to play soccer, aren't you?
Can you keep it down? Don't let the teacher know!
Honestly, their childish thoughts were all floating around me like speech bubbles in the air. Boys are such dummies, I thought to myself. Hey there, I'm Jade. Growing up with 3 older brothers and hearing 1,001 stories every day, I was pretty confident I could read every guy's mind and understand all their actions. That helped me kick the jerks out of my life real fast. But it also got me the reputation of being a weirdo that no guy dared to get close to. Bummer. I wanted a boyfriend too, you know. Why is every couple hanging out in the hallway today? I just walked alone carrying my books. Whether I liked it or not, I could see words forming sentences above the heads of these clueless boys floating in midair.
I like Mia's hair.
Yeah, tell her that. She'd be thrilled.
This conversation is so lame. Not as fun as the girl I met last night.
Another two-timing jerk.
Should I kiss Linda or not?
Whoa, slow down, bruh. The boys' thoughts at school were pretty basic like that. Their actions were even easier to guess because most of them just wanted to show off to the girls. I knew it all too well. Finally, I made it to the canteen. After getting my food, I went to my usual spot and quickly ate.
Mind if I sit here?
A cute guy with curly hair asked me, "Go sit somewhere else." I had no interest in getting to know any boys at this school.
Everyone's sitting with friends, and I saw you sitting alone, so...
Just then, a group of girls walked by and knocked a tray of food all over me. "Oops, sorry, Miss Standoffish. I didn't mean to." That was Lucy, the school's hot girl. She bent down to wipe my shirt but tilted the tray more, making even more food spill on me. Then she flipped the whole tray in my face, leaving me stunned. "Enough, stop wiping." "I'm sorry, you're all dirty now. I have to clean it up."
Thanks, but I don't think she needs that.
Nick moved closer and started wiping the ketchup and warm curry soup off my face with napkins. Lucy shot me a dirty look before turning away. In that moment, I felt really touched. I was so used to doing everything alone, getting teased or bullied sometimes. I told myself just to focus on my studies and ignore those people. But this was the first time someone stood up for me. I peeked into Curly Hair's thoughts. The words floating there were,
I'll wipe the ketchup so it looks like a mustache. Man, this curry smells strong. Let me leave some rice grains here.
This guy was asking for it. I was about to slap him when he handed me a mirror.
Here, all clean now.
My face was finally free of food. I thought you were planning to leave a ketchup mustache and rice on my face.
Why would I do that? I just transferred to the advanced math class. I'm about to go get my uniform. You can wear my shirt for now.
So you're in my class, huh? Actually, I have a clean shirt in my locker, so it's fine. We talked for a bit more and agreed to meet up in class. His name was Nick. For a moment, I couldn't help but smile. It was the first time I'd guessed a boy's thoughts wrong, but this mistake made me so happy. He was such a good guy. I think I found my exception. The next day, I started bothering Nick more. He was always cheerful about my requests. He was super helpful and we talked a lot. But things didn't stay smooth. One Monday morning when I got back to class, Lucy, the school's hot girl, walked up to me. "Hello, freaky Jade." Lucy glared at me. Just from her greeting, I could tell she wanted to crush me. "Let me be straight with you. Stay away from Nick. Look at yourself and see where your looks stand. Whenever you two are together, you look like a duck." Well, I know Nick wouldn't like a girl who bullies others. Lucy was furious, took a deep breath, and hissed through gritted teeth. "Stay away from Nick or you'll regret it." Lucy was so used to her title as the school's hot girl that she always looked down on everyone. Honestly, I didn't care about such threats. That afternoon, Nick and I still walked home together. In the sunset, his smile looked so nice. The next day, I started noticing signs that Lucy had made her move. The first thing I saw when I got to class was my desk covered in scribbles and insults. My desk was stuffed with trash, reeking so bad that everyone pinched their noses and grimaced at me. So this is what bullying feels like. After I finished cleaning up the mess, Nick came over.
Jade, I can't believe you'd graffiti your desk. Such beautiful words.
Instead of joking, can you help me clean it up?
Ooh, this ink is tough to clean. I'll grab some alcohol from the chemistry lab to make it easier. Who did this anyway?
I was afraid of revealing that I liked Nick, so I didn't want to answer. After class, Nick spent an hour helping me scrub the desk and chairs clean. For the entire week after that, I went through every dirty trick Lucy had prepared. What the waffles is this? I couldn't forget the horrifying feeling when I opened my locker to find it crawling with roaches. Everyone screamed while I wanted to faint. Then rumors started that I was some kind of slob. Another time, I almost ended up on the field with a ripped gym uniform, and my sneakers were nowhere to be found. I had to pretend to be sick and hide in the nurse's office to avoid getting in trouble. I also almost got soaked when a bucket of water fell on my head as I opened the bathroom door. After every incident, I wondered if Nick was really worth all this trouble, and he answered that question for me. Nick was always there to help. He was the one who bought insect spray to help me clean up the gross roaches, found my gym shoes hanging from the basketball hoop, played along with my fake sick act to skip class, and lent me his uniform when mine was drenched. So I guess Lucy's pranks totally backfired.
Be honest, you know who's behind all this, right? I mean, how could you get pranked like this over and over again? Actually, it's not even pranking. This is straight up bullying.
Well, someone really likes you and is super jealous, so they're trying to scare me off.
Looks like you failed. You don't seem scared at all.
That's because I've got you helping me. I gave him a green light, but it seemed like Nick didn't quite catch on. He might be a genius with academics, but he was totally clueless about this stuff. And that made me like him even more. He was just so genuine. But there were times when I saw Nick being all friendly with other girls. Like he'd offer to clean up for Lena so she could leave early for something. Then he'd help some girl catch a ball on the basketball court, making everyone cheer. I even overheard the girls talking about Nick, praising him for lending them his handkerchief, or giving up a seat for them on the bus, or always carrying band-aids. They were making a big deal out of normal stuff. It was just reflexes and being polite, that's all. Still, it made me think. I couldn't figure out what Nick was thinking. Why was he so nice to everyone? Did he not realize he was making every girl fall for him? Didn't he know he should dial it back a bit? But then again, who was I to get mad? The more I thought about it, the more frustrated I got, to the point where I didn't even want to talk to Nick anymore.
We haven't talked much lately. There's a fun fair at the park this weekend. Want to go with me?
I guess that depends on how good your intentions are.
Okay, fine. I won't compete with you in math class anymore, and I'll even carry your backpack.
That's so lame. Okay, fine. Lucky for you, I'm free this weekend.
Awesome. I'll bring my cat, Casty, too. She'll love it.
He smiled again. This guy sure knew how to work his charm. No wonder every girl was crazy about him, and I kept getting death stares just for hanging out with him. I couldn't decide what to wear for our date. Nick once mentioned he liked girls in pink, but I preferred white. I spent an hour just deciding on an outfit. This time, Nick actually begged me to go. That was a huge step forward. I was grinning like an idiot all day. I couldn't believe a grumpy old maid like me, who was always so uptight and never smiled at the boys, was now blushing like this. Love was scary, but it was also exciting.
You look different today.
Well, I don't just wear uniforms and gym clothes. Seeing him get all awkward, I quickly changed the subject to make things more natural. Casty's so adorable. You take such good care of her.
Looks like she's warming up to you pretty quickly.
The park was busier than usual because of the fair. Nick and I walked around laughing and having a good time. He even took pictures of me.
Are you hungry? I'll go grab some burgers and juice.
Okay, I'll keep an eye on Catsy for you. After Nick left, I opened the bag to let Catsy out for a bit. I carefully put the leash on her and held the other end tightly. Suddenly, I got a call from May, a friend from the research club. While I was caught up on the phone, I suddenly heard Nick's voice.
Jade, where's Casty?
Sorry, May. I'll call you back later. Casty was just here. I let her out for a walk and I was holding the leash, but...
Stay calm. Let's find her together.
I was scared and worried. Even though she had a name tag on, I was terrified something might happen to her. And I was right. We searched around the fair area but didn't find her until we saw a crowd gathering outside. I ran over to check and sure enough, it was Casty. She was crying out in pain. Nick quickly picked her up and rushed her to the vet. I'd never felt such a heavy feeling before. Nick didn't say a word to me and all I could think about was the guilt weighing me down. We could only watch as the vet checked on Casty, waiting anxiously. I'm so sorry. It's my fault that Casty... If only I had tied her up or turned off my phone or...
Apologizing won't change anything. Let's just hope Casty's okay.
Well, I knew it. Nick was mad at me. The vet said Casty had a broken tooth, but luckily it wasn't too serious and didn't affect her jawbone. She'd need to be careful with her eating to avoid further injury. I felt awful. Nick, I'm really sorry.
Let's go. I'll take you home.
That night, I couldn't focus on my presentation for the club. All I could think about was Nick and Casty until I finally drifted off to sleep. The next day, Nick didn't say a word to me. I had no idea what to do to make him stop being mad. I bought him some food and left it in his desk. By the afternoon, the same package was back in my desk with a note, "Eat before the club meeting." And just like that, we entered the Cold War phase. If only I could read Nick's mind, everything would be so much easier. What on earth was he thinking? As I was lost in a maze of messy thoughts, I spotted Nick and Lucy chatting together. Lucy saw me. She leaned in and whispered something to Nick, then linked her arm with his. I quickly turned away and hurried down the hall, my head down. The thoughts of the boys around me floated in the air, clear as day, like they had their minds written on their faces. I could still read everyone's thoughts, so why not Nick's? What was going on between him and Lucy? Was Nick thinking about me at all? What should I do now? This feeling was so annoying, I thought to myself. A few days later, as I was lying on my bed, lost in thought, I suddenly got a call from Nick.
Jade, can you come over?
Where? What's up with your voice?
Casty got poisoned and I'm taking her to the emergency vet.
What? Oh my gosh, I'll be right there. Hang on. I dashed out of the house and headed straight for the vet we'd gone to before. Under the cold white lights of the vet's office, Nick sat hunched over, his hands clenched on his knees. Nick, what happened? He explained that Lucy had come over today because she heard about Cassidy's injury. She brought a bunch of chocolate. Even though Nick had warned her that cats can't eat chocolate, when he turned around, he saw Cassidy had already eaten more than half a bar. A few hours later, Cassidy started showing strange symptoms, so Nick rushed her to the vet. He shared with me that Cassidy was a cat his sister left behind when she and their mom moved abroad. His parents were divorced and his dad was rarely home, so Cassidy meant a lot to him. I gently placed a hand on his shoulder to comfort him. Suddenly, Lucy rushed in all flustered. Nick, are you okay? Cut the act. Isn't it thanks to you that Cassidy's in this mess? Jade, I don't know why you're here, but don't blame others for your own issues.
Lucy, enough. Be quiet.
I was fed up with Lucy's fake act, so I excused myself to the restroom. But guess what? Lucy followed me right after. I turned on the voice recorder on my phone and faced Lucy. Why'd you give Cassidy chocolate? Nick warned you, didn't he? I'm not stupid, Jade. I quickly grabbed my phone, wrapped it in a towel to dry it, and kept pressing the buttons to reboot it. Meanwhile, Lucy began whining about how much effort she had put into setting up those pranks to bully me at school, only to see them backfire. She then bragged about her plan to go after Cassidy. It turned out the accident in the park was her doing as well. I was shocked at what Lucy confessed. How could she do that to an innocent cat? She walked out with a confident stride, not realizing that my phone was waterproof. I was just pretending to catch her off guard. Everything she said was recorded. As I stepped out, the vet was delivering the news.
Cassidy needs careful care and close monitoring for several days. The unhealed tooth will make recovery longer. However, Cassidy's out of danger now, so don't worry. I've prescribed some medication along with a diet plan. Just follow these instructions. Thank you, doctor.
Let me hold Cassidy. Stop the act, Lucy. Nick, you need to hear this. I played the recording from the restroom for all three of us to hear. I purposely hit that greedy cat while it was eating. If Nick hadn't stopped me, the whole bar of chocolate would have been gone. Nick's face grew more and more serious. He snapped.
I can't believe you, Lucy. I never want to see your face again.
Wait, Lucy was speechless with nothing left to say in her defense. On the way home, I asked Nick about his relationship with Lucy.
I knew Lucy wanted to get closer to me, but I wasn't comfortable with it. I was just being polite. I guess I was too polite, but I'll change that. For you, so you don't misunderstand me.
I completely lost my confidence when I couldn't read your thoughts. I blushed when Nick took my hand.
Maybe it's because I like you, Jade. Love is always a mystery, but as long as it's genuine, it's enough.
And just like that, I got my answer. No matter how uncertain I'd felt before, now I felt at ease. Love really is the most unpredictable thing in the world.
I'm so starving. It's been 2 days, but I haven't eaten anything. I have to finish my job quickly. I accelerated my work pace while I was cleaning the door's upper part. That hurts. Everything in front of my eyes suddenly became spinning. Hey, dude! Hey! Hello, my diary animated audience. My name is Miles Longstorm. Please like and subscribe to hear my story. All I remember was the door suddenly hitting me in the face. Am I dead already? Is this heaven? You're awake. How are you feeling right now? Why is there another me in front of me? Oh boy, I'm dead. He snapped out of it, but I'm not sure he has fully regained consciousness. It was not until the doctor came that I realized I wasn't dead after being knocked down by the door. I was taken to the hospital, and the man sitting there wasn't me at all, but a completely different person. My name is Easton Banks. What did you say? He was a billionaire. EB Fashion Company, EB 5-star restaurant chain were all under his name. He even shared a stake in this hospital. It's nothing much, but this is one of my little houses. I'm fed up with this boring life. Did I hear him wrong? Was this man saying that his billionaire life was boring? How unbelievable. What's so fun about being a billionaire? I can't do whatever I want. I am imprisoned. Do you get it? I'm so sorry to hear this, Mr. Banks. Oh, I don't know if he's bragging or really feeling miserable. I mean, I'm just a normal person. I can't put myself in his shoes. Mr. Longstorm, I need your help. Please swap your life with mine. What? I don't want to be a billionaire anymore. I just want to live like a normal person. We have similar appearances, so swap your identity with mine. Please. I don't think this is going to work, Mr. Banks. Please. I can't do that. God, I've never seen such a huge mansion before. Oh, wait, let me explain. Because Easton looks so desperate, I felt sorry for him. The rest will be sent to you later. For now, you just need to enjoy the life of a billionaire for me. What do you say? Just be honest. Who doesn't want to live a wealthy life? By the way, not only did Easton promise to pay me $1 million, but he also paid all of my mother's medical bills. Such a good opportunity. Why not seize it? And so, Easton swapped lives with mine. Easton would become a poor guy, and I would become a billionaire within a month. To make sure no one found out about this, Easton gave me a list of things about him that I needed to memorize. We created a classified agreement and signed it together. I can finally be a normal person! I'm going on a vacation to Hawaii! That's right, gotta go to Hawaii! Indeed, as Easton said, after having a new identity, I could do whatever I wanted. I'll take this, I'll buy all of them. Girls even clung to me because they saw that I had money. Bring me the most expensive wine you have. So that's how great it was to be a man with money. Even though I was living Easton's life right now, I still hadn't forgotten my mom, who was in the hospital. So I texted and phoned Easton. He didn't pick up the phone, so I didn't know if there was something wrong. It took a few hours for Easton to send a voice message. Hey, Longstorm. Everything is fine. Your mom is being well taken care of. Do not worry. My mom was fine. That was relieving. I lay down on the bed. If this is a dream, I never want to wake up. I thought this wealthy life would last forever, until one morning on my way back from the mall, I saw a black car parked in front of me. Stepping out of it were two men in black suits looking very scary, and they were walking towards me. Mr. Easton Banks, you need to come with us. I panicked and immediately ran away. The men tried to catch me, but only got my suit jacket. I kept running away from them. My heart was in turmoil because I didn't understand what was happening. Were they kidnappers and extortionists who wanted to kidnap billionaires? Stop! Only a fool would stop. I was even more terrified, so I just ran like the wind, through several alleys but could not cut them off. I had to jump into a dumpster nearby. It didn't take long before that caught up with me. Where is he running? I obviously saw him running over here. Find him again, carefully. You go that way. God, I felt like my heart would explode. There was a terrible smell inside the dumpster that made me throw up, but I still had to hold it back. I was walking on thin ice, so I couldn't even care about the smell of garbage. Through the gap in the dumpster lid, I watched quietly. God, please go away. He kept wandering around, so I couldn't move anywhere else. Dang it! Every step from the man in black made my heart stop beating. He was getting closer and closer. Hey, over here! Hearing that, he ran towards the other man. Phew, I was almost done. After the scary men left, I finally dared to crawl out of the dumpster. Oh my gosh, my legs were like rubber. I couldn't move immediately, but I had to wait for a while to regain my composure. However, when I was about to return to Easton's mansion, I noticed the black car parked nearby. Dang it! So I couldn't stay in the mansion anymore, but had to go back to my old house. At the very least, I needed to ask Easton what the hell was going on. I stood outside knocking on the door, but no one came to open it. Luckily, I had a spare key under the carpet. Easton! Are you there? Only then did I realize that the house was completely empty. The furniture did not look like someone touched it. Even on the table, there was a layer of faint dust. Maybe he's never been here. Feeling something was off, I decided to phone Easton. However, the phone number did not exist. Seeing that there was a bad omen, I quickly went to the hospital where my mom was being treated. But the nurse there told me that during these 2 weeks, no one had come to visit my mom. This means, ever since our identities swapped, he hadn't come to take care of my mom as promised. First being chased by a bunch of strange people, then not fulfilling the promised deals, it was crystal clear that this billionaire, Easton, was hiding some terrible secret. That's it, no more deal with him. Right at this moment, I receive a text from an unknown number. In 3 days, bring it to the address XXX. Don't try to play truant. What did it mean? After all, what secret was Easton hiding? I think I have to figure it out. Perhaps you are thinking that I should just give up on this billionaire identity and go back to being Miles Longstorm, but the truth wasn't so simple. When Easton disappeared, he brought my wallet which had my ID card and other personal papers with him, and God knows what he was going to do with it. I have to get my life back. To get my life back, I needed to find Easton and the secret he was hiding. In the middle of the night, I managed to sneak into Easton's mansion. Well, it wasn't very hard because previously Easton had given me access to the house's anti-theft system. Inside the house was quiet and dark. Afraid that the car was still parking outside, I could only use the phone's flashlight and try to stay as quiet as possible while searching for the clues. Come on, there must be something. Wait, the computer case is still warm. Someone was just here. I quickly stood up without noticing, so I bumped into the table. Unexpectedly, this collision caused the drawer under the desk drawer to retract and reveal another secret drawer. I couldn't help but be surprised when I discovered inside were the papers of the company that Easton owned. Usury, embezzlement, counterfeits? I could barely stand as I looked at the documents in my hand. It was unbelievable that Easton was involved in illegal business. Wait, I got it now. The fact that Easton swapped identities with me was probably not because he wanted to experience the life of a normal person, but because he was looking for someone to take the blame for him. Oh God, Easton! Those were the two men I met this morning. Out of panic, I threw the papers at the men and ran away. I ran to the bedroom to escape through the window, but it was locked. Holy crap! I had no choice but to run down to the living room while they chased me right behind. However, the living room was also locked. Please open! However, at this moment, behind me were two black figures, and they were getting closer and closer. Nowhere else to run! The man in the black suit was looking through the documents I had found. Would they ever get rid of me to cover their tracks? Mr. Easton. Kill who? We're not here to kill you. Huh? The men sighed, then they showed me their badges. It turned out that they were agents of the IRS, and they were monitoring Easton's case. Oh, I thought they were gangsters or something. Mr. Banks, with this evidence in hand, I'm afraid you'll have to come with us right now. Oh wait, I'm not Easton Banks. Excuse me? Fortunately, when I signed the deal with Easton, I was so vigilant that I secretly took a picture of the entire papers. So now, it became the proof that helped me prove my innocence. Listen, I know it's weird and I have no idea what's going on, but I need you to get my previous life back. Please. Okay, calm down, Mr. Longstorm. We'll do the best we can. The point is, we need to find Easton. Did he ever mention where he was going before? We're just two strangers meeting by chance. I barely know anything. Wait. I quickly grabbed my phone and opened the message for the agents to see. After analyzing the message, they understood something. I got it. Mr. Longstorm, would you like to take a trip to Hawaii? Oh boy. I was so scared, but also a bit excited. Phew, okay, I had to focus. I took the black suitcase and walked over to the guard. Easton Banks, follow me. God, my heart was about to explode. Luckily, he didn't suspect anything. Hey, it's me! Easton? Why is Easton here? Oh no, this is not okay. The boss ferociously came over and snatched the suitcase from my hand. He opened the suitcase to examine it. An evil smile was put on his face when he saw that inside was a dazzling diamond necklace. Get rid of them. Both Easton and I stepped back in fear. At the moment we thought we were done, the police suddenly rushed in from outside. In the blink of an eye, the boss and his bodyguards had no time to hide, so they quickly got arrested. Mr. Longstorm, everything is finally coming to light. It's time to take you home. No more chasing, no more threats, no more fear. I was finally able to get back to my normal life. Oh, I missed it already. Mr. Longstorm, we will soon complete all procedures and return all identification documents to you. You will soon regain your identity. I got it. Goodbye, agents. That's it, guys. What just happened was like an adventure that made me realize that my life was so precious. Well, I'd probably give up on my dream of living a wealthy life and start to cherish the life I have.
The auction got more intense when the auctioneer brought out a diamond dress. All the girls in the auditorium were in awe when it was revealed.
The next item up for auction is a diamond dress. The opening bid will begin at $150,000.
I have to get it. $200,000.
$200,000 to Miss Doman.
$200,001. $300,000. $300,001. Are you kidding me? $500,000. $1 million. What?
Sold to Miss Kaminsky.
Oh, my bad. But that's okay. I bought it as a doormat. Who are you? Why be so crazy?
Miss Kaminsky will get everything she wants.
It looks like someone just asked my name. I'm Jenny Kaminsky, and I live in Massachusetts. Before I tell you about my wealthy life, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell. I am the only daughter of my parents, and they are billionaires. My father is a real estate tycoon, and my mother is a famous fashion designer who stands behind many products of the most recognized brands like Gucci, Prada, Chanel. Darling, go get the gifts! Let me see. I could even make sure that none of my outfits were the same to each other in a year. I lived in a large mansion isolated from the rest of the world, surrounded by thousands of golf courses.
This is private property. No trespassing.
Every weekend, I use my private jet to shop at the mall. I want this, and that one. How dare you bring me this old-fashioned stuff? Do you know who I am? I want to speak to your manager. I loved the way people admired me when I walked out of a boutique with a bunch of bodyguards carrying bags behind me. However, I was the opposite of my dad, who didn't like me being too showy.
If you don't behave properly, I will cut your allowance forever!
Well, I would definitely have my way of changing the jet's color to my fave color. And about the boys who pursued me.
Jenny, if you love me, I will buy you an entire island and name it after you. I don't have much, but I own 5 skyscrapers in Los Angeles, 6 golf courses in Dubai, and 1 heart wholly devoted to you.
Confess it. You wish to have a dream life like mine, right? I was used to being rich until one day, everything changed. Trust me, it was really, really bad.
We've been having some trouble at work, so our lives will be slightly turned upside down.
Slightly? But how?
We're moving to a smaller house. Your tutoring will stop, and you will be instead sent to a boarding school.
Boarding school? What about my jet? My things and clothes? Mom! Everything will be sold as collateral. Our company goes bankrupt. I don't want to be poor. No! It's impossible! I ran back to my room. Everything now could make me furious. No! No, please! Why is life so unfair? After being exhausted from crying, I lay down on my bed. Then I woke up because of the loud noises outside my room. I opened the door, entered the hallway, and found strangers inside my house. Who are you? Thief! Thief in the house! Get out of my house! But they didn't answer, just continued to carry all our stuff away. I ran to my parents' room and heard them talking.
Jen will be fine. Our daughter is strong. She is smart and agile. Just don't worry too much.
So it was true. It was not all a nasty nightmare. My life changed negatively overnight. I was transferred to a school in town. It was even smaller than my mansion. A familiar girl entered the class and her eyes went straight to me. I didn't realize who she was until she raised her voice. Oh, look who's here, falling from the 9 clouds. Is it hurt, snobby lady? Who are you? Sold to Miss Kaminsky. Oh, you're the one that wants to wear my doormat.
Stop acting like a drama queen, Teresa.
Oh, little Liam, I think you're supposed to be in the hospital to care for your weak sister.
It's none of your business. You better stay away from her. She is bad.
Huh? Stay away? I've never had to be afraid of anyone before. Who do you think you are? Is your dad the headmaster of this school?
Nope.
Huh, then she is nothing.
Her dad isn't the headmaster, but her mom is. If you still want to stay here in peace, don't mess with her.
Take my hand off! How dare you!
You are no longer the daughter of a rich family. Now you are just like me.
Why? How do you know that? Do I know you?
Well, I just read some news. Anyway, I'm Liam. You can call me if you need it.
Why should I? I can take care of myself. Then I turned around and walked away. I'm not drinking this. I'm hungry. I want sushi and Starbucks.
You can't do anything if you don't have money.
I have a part-time job at a fast food restaurant. You should think it over.
You want me to work as a waitress?
That's all you can do now.
Ugh, this outfit looks so awful!
Guests coming in. Ask them what they want to order. Be polite.
What can I get you? What? Why are you here? Why can't I be here? Now serve God! I want 1 cheeseburger, 1 crispy chicken sandwich, 3 pieces of fried chicken, 6 nuggets, and... How could I remember it all? Why do you eat so much? Liam panicked and pulled me inside. What happened after that was terrible. I was fired and the boss reprimanded Liam for letting me in. The next day, Liam found me a new job, a sailor for a high-end shoe store. I can do this, definitely. But why are you treating me so well?
I just want to help those in need. Don't get me wrong.
Psst. This job suited me because I used to use designer brands, so I knew all the popular shoe models. The boss was delighted with me, but it didn't end there. Teresa and her friends found me, again. Bring me this, and the pair on the shelf over there. I want to try it on, but you have to put it on my feet. You went too far. What? What are you gonna do to me? But her behavior reminded me of the old me. My rich friends and I used to look down on others, and Liam probably didn't want me to mess with them. Ugh, karma will hit you hard. Suddenly, I saw someone burst into the store. Trixie? Go home now! How dare you go around bullying others? OMG, you're hurting me! It turned out that Liam videotaped the whole thing and sent it to Teresa's mother. One day, the PE teacher selected me for a school handball competition. From that day on, I had to go to the gymnasium after school to practice. So did Teresa and her friends. I knew it wasn't going to be easy. And it was not unexpected. They repeatedly attempted to attack me. Take this, freak! Suddenly, someone rushed in and hugged me tightly. It's Liam! I saw him wince slightly as the ball hit his back. You all right? Liam didn't answer, just nodded his head slightly. Our faces were so close. My heart pounded wildly in my chest. Why did he show up at such a time? Was he always following me? Did he like me? For a moment, I thought he was going to kiss me then. But no, Liam let go of me and ran away. The next day, he didn't come to class. I asked the teacher about him. His sister is in the hospital, and he takes a few days off. I finally got the address of the hospital and planned to go there the next day. It was a major hospital in the city. When Liam saw me, he was so surprised.
Why are you here? How do you know?
I come to visit your sister, as her brother's friend. I pushed Liam aside and entered the room. His sister was sitting on the bed, and she smiled when she saw me. That smile really touched me. It was the kindest smile I've ever seen. You must be Jenny. I've heard Liam talk about you. A lot. Tell about me? You obsessed with me? His face turned red for a moment, making us burst out laughing. Since that day, we had become closer more than ever. I even helped him with the study that he missed out.
I used to think my sister would be the most important person to me.
I turned to look at Liam, and so did he.
Until you came into my life.
Before I could say anything, he rushed over and got close to me.
Allow me. What are you doing?
Huh?
Why do you close your eyes?
From then, I came to visit his sister every weekend. One day, I was waiting for him when his sister said that he seemed to have a date with someone. I was rather curious, to be honest. I looked out the window and saw Liam running happily on the hospital campus. But he suddenly stopped after receiving a phone call. He turned around and ran back towards the gate. I followed him down 2 streets until he turned into a restaurant. I was surprised when I saw a familiar car parked outside. How is my little Jen? Is she okay?
She's fine. She's changed a lot. Not as stubborn as before.
Oh gosh, thank you.
Beside the hospital bills, we will give you a little more as a thank you for helping Jenny. We had no choice but to lie to her. Thank you again for helping us.
I received 2 shocks in a row. My family's company didn't go bankrupt, and their work didn't meet trouble as they said. And most of all, the guy that I thought came to me because he loved me, but he took advantage of me to make money. That sucks. I believed in you, but you just need the money. Why did you lie to me? Am I a joke to you? We're so sorry.
You don't have to apologize. We did it because it's good for you. We thought you had to be more mature, but you... Jenny, stop.
It hurt me so much when I heard his sharp words. I ran away from there and returned to the dorm. Liam texted and called me a lot, but I didn't pick up. That night, I suddenly received a phone call from an unknown number. I'm sorry for making you come this far, but I can't go anywhere. If you want to speak for him, it's useless then. Liam is my brother, and I know you're the one he loves. I stayed silent because my heart broke when I heard his name. Liam worked so hard so that I could be treated in a good hospital. He didn't receive money from your parents. You can ask them for everything. He loves you. He hasn't been to the hospital since this morning. I'm so worried. Should I find him? Liam was the only person to give me such strong emotion, who kept me smiling even when things were at the worst. But where should I find him? I suddenly remembered something. I ran over there and saw Liam, under the tree where we were together that day. Liam?
No, I'm sorry. I know that no matter how much I tried, it wouldn't be enough.
Thank you for showing me the value of life.
Jenny, you also taught me a lot.
What?
You taught me to love this life. My life from now on is you.
Liam turned around and pulled me close. Then, he placed a kiss on my lips. We became a couple after that. I also made up with my parents and understood that they just wanted the best for me. I had returned to the wealthy life, but I was not the stubborn Jenny Kaminsky of the old days. After all, I have learned to love my family and the people around me. Hey folks, it's Naomi here, and I'm the youngest ninja in the world. Please like and subscribe to MDA to follow my story. Ever since I was little, I've been this super active kid with like ninja fast reflexes. You think messing with people is funny, huh? Just as they burst into laughter, thinking they'd totally gotten under my skin, I snapped that rubber band right back, smacking Eddie, the ringleader, square on the forehead. Do I look like an easy target to you, huh? My folks, bless them, they love me. But they never approved of my love for acrobatics, archery blindfolded, or parkour.
No means no.
Why don't you play with dolls instead? Look, here's a cute Barbie. I'd nod and pretend to agree just to keep them happy. But the moment they left, I ditched the dolls. Things were fine, but then I turned 18 and everything changed. My parents were away on a business trip when suddenly a news flash about a missing persons case hit the TV. It was like a thunderbolt out of nowhere. My world shattered. Before I could even process that, another shock came. The search teams kept looking, and I ended up being sent to live with my grandmother, a woman I'd never heard of nor met, and didn't even have a picture of. Why though?
Miss, I'm afraid you'll have to walk the rest from here.
I looked out to see a steep hill. Was my grandma's house really on top of that hill? My soul nearly left my body at the thought of dragging myself up there. Reaching the top, I was practically out of breath. Contrary to my expectations, there was this cute little house surrounded by fruit trees and flowers. A truly beautiful and peaceful scene. As I passed an apple tree, I caught an apple before it hit the ground. Wow, lucky me! I looked around, feeling the ground underfoot seemed off. It was soft and... Yikes! Shoot, there was a huge pitfall underneath. How in the world was there a trap here? It took me a while, but I managed to climb out. Man, things are getting interesting. I also got curious about the house's owner. I approached the house carefully, making it to the doorstep without triggering any more traps. Finally, I could breathe a sigh of relief. Grandma? Suddenly, a dart whizzed past my face. All I could do was jump back. Holy cow, what's going on with this house? Now I was really mad. I had to clear this up with the owner, even if she was my grandma. Absolutely nuts. But when I spotted a petite figure at the back of the house, my anger subsided a bit. That woman, was she my grandma? You're here. I just couldn't raise my voice at her. It was like she had some kind of power that kept me silent. I helped her water the vegetables and take care of the garden. Turns out my grandma led a tranquil life here, undisturbed. But why had my parents never mentioned her to me? I've heard about your parents. Yes, I hope the rescue team finds them soon. They'll be all right, don't worry. And that was one of the few conversations I had with my grandma. Whenever I tried to start a chat, she'd either ignore me or walk away. I guess she wasn't used to having granddaughter around. From that day on, I got used to the simple life. It was tough at first, but eventually everything was fine. I kept waiting for news about my parents. All I had to do was stay calm. My grandma spent most of her time tending to the plants in the garden, or she'd mysteriously disappear. One day, while carrying water back home, I noticed the bushes rustling unusually. Could be a wild animal. I tiptoed closer and discovered a guy, weirdly enough, just snoozing there. How bizarre, right? So there I was, super curious about the dude under that hat. I tried sneaking closer when, bam! He grabbed me.
Curiosity isn't always a good thing, Missy.
Super embarrassed, I was about to make a run for it when, holy guacamole, I tripped and fell right into him. His hat fell off and, wow, he was like unfairly handsome.
Can you get up, please?
Totally sorry for disturbing your nap.
No worries. It's about time I got going anyway. I have to meet an acquaintance up at the house on the hill.
That's where I live.
Oh, I've heard your grandma talk about her granddaughter. First time meeting you. I'm kinda jealous. You're Naomi, right? I'm Kenji.
Jealous of me? Why would he say that? We walked back to the house together. My grandma was even happier to see him than when she reunited with me after years. Like, hello? You've grown so tall, Kenji. It's been a long time since you went to America.
A lot has happened, Grandma. I'm back in Japan for good.
Then they went off behind the house and wouldn't let me follow. Whatever, who needs them? Kenji said his goodbyes and left before sunset rolled down the hills. Both of them, they had some secrets, and I was determined to find out. That night, I woke up around midnight and found that Grandma wasn't in her room. The sound of bamboo leaves rustling as the night wind blew through them echoed in. I listened closely, sure that there was something moving out there. I took a chance and stepped outside, shivering in the cold. Moonlight filtered through the dense trees, casting faint patches of light on the grass. I felt an eerie pull toward the bamboo forest. The weird sounds got closer and my heart raced with curiosity. And there, under the full moon, was a scene that floored me. A ninja practicing with a katana, her movement sharp and graceful. I was thrilled, like something inside me was awakening. And then, sensing my presence, she stopped mid-action, her gaze piercing through the darkness as she turned to face her granddaughter. Was that my grandma? Just then, a hand clamped over my mouth from behind.
Told ya, curiosity isn't good, Missy.
Kenji, what are you doing here? That's when I realized he was dressed like a ninja. Super cool! Bring her here. Kenji, following Grandma's orders, led me over. I was still in shock. Granny, why haven't you been in my life all these years? Why have you and my parents kept this a secret? Just because you're a ninja? When you're a true ninja, you'll understand our feelings. I want to be a ninja like Kenji. Why won't you teach me? It's too dangerous, Naomi. I'm not scared. I'll prove it to you. Being a ninja isn't about proving yourself to others. It's about finding strength and courage to face the challenges ahead, to overcome your doubts and fears. I will learn, and one day I will understand. I screamed with all my might, a fire of belief burning inside me. Kenji suddenly grabbed my hand.
I believe in you. I'll help you.
From then on, every morning as the sun peeked out, I'd spring out of bed and start my strict training regime. Granny, I'm off! First task, hauling water up a steep hill. My body screamed with every step under the weight of the buckets, and I wouldn't let myself quit. That's insane. I gasped for air, drenched in sweat as I struggled to keep up with Kenji.
Yeah, keep going, Naomi. You're doing great.
When I heaved the 10th bucket up the hill, breathless but undeterred, I knew I had conquered another hurdle on my path. After the grueling water carrying, it was time for meditation practice under a waterfall. Finally, something easy. Kenji gave me a mischievous look and said,
You sure about that?
"What, just sitting still, right?" Boy, was I wrong. The cold water pounding on my head nearly deafened me. It's harder than I thought!
Clear your mind, Naomi. Find your center.
With Kenji's guidance, I gradually found solace in the surrounding stillness, and as hours passed, I was filled with a profound sense of peace. It's been a few months since my parents disappeared in a shipwreck, and I'm still clinging to the hope of hearing from them every day. I miss Mom and Dad so much. Naomi, want some tea? Oh, she was just here. I've been out here for a while. Wow, your training's really paying off. So fast I didn't even notice. I could totally strut a bit getting a compliment like that from a seasoned ninja. So, you'll take me as your apprentice, right? I want to be a ninja. You've been a ninja since you were born, Naomi. You've inherited it from your grandfather. Whoa, no wonder I've got such wicked reflexes. My friends are always blown away. But why did my parents have to? Watch out! She rushes to me and we both tumble to the ground just as a dart thuds into a nearby tree. Granny, I thought you stopped setting traps to test me when I first got here. This time, that wasn't me. Stay inside until Kenji arrives. Do not follow me. Grandma then mysteriously dashed off into the bamboo forest. Curiosity and a burning urgency grip me. It's been 30 minutes and still no sign of her or Kenji. I can't stand it anymore. I bolt towards the bamboo forest. The scene I stumble upon is even more shocking than the night I found her practicing under the moonlight. Grandma is surrounded by 5 ninjas in full gear. She's exhausted. As they charge, I don't think twice. I leap in and kick one flying. Naomi, I told you to stay home. I am a true ninja. I couldn't just sit still. Let's talk later. I have so many questions for you. Using the skills I've learned, I quickly take down the rest of them. Is that all you got?
Yeah!
Another one attacks from behind just as I'm distracted, but he's swiftly taken down by Kenji's perfectly thrown darts. You're late!
Just wanted to see how you'd handle them.
Later, Grandma explains that they were losers from ninja battles generations ago. They couldn't accept their defeat and wanted to eliminate our family. That's why I didn't want you to learn about being a ninja. It's dangerous. And that's why you didn't let my parents tell me about you? Seems like I can't stop the ninja blood in your veins, despite forcing your parents to keep you away from here. You're the finest descendant we've ever had. We talk all the way home, but as we arrive, I see some local police outside. I weave through the crowd and see my parents sitting there. I run and hug them tightly. Mom, Dad, I've missed you so much. Where have you been? The ship sank and we were stranded on a deserted island and, here he is. He found us.
It was all their doing. They really wanted to wipe out the ninja lineage. But no need to worry anymore. You've become a remarkable descendant.
I look at Kenji, nodding gratefully. I can't just rush to hug him. That'd be too quick. I have so much to tell you both. But first, I think you'd want to talk to someone else more. Granny.
So sleepy. Catherine, Cat for short, greeted the day with a smile. But oops, she needed to get ready quickly. Her final project presentation awaited, and after that, her exchange trip to Japan. Wait, something was wrong with the door. She couldn't open it. Darn it. Strangely, both her laptop and phone had vanished too. She turned to the window. Oh no. No. How could she be locked in her own room like this?
Hello? Is anyone outside? Help me!
Catherine tried her hardest to break down the door, but it was no use. Darn it. She knew exactly who had done this. It wasn't until late that evening that Jordan, her boyfriend, finally came home. And just look at his attitude, as if nothing had happened.
You jerk! How could you lock me in my room all day?
Oh, my love, I didn't mean to scare you that much. I just wanted to protect you.
That's not protection! I missed an important presentation because of your selfish stupidity! Do you have any idea how much I cared about that project?
Jordan's demeanor suddenly shifted 180 degrees, just like always.
Not this again. I'm tired of hearing your parents go on and on all day, you know? If it weren't for my sharp arguments, your parents would have been at a disadvantage in that recent lawsuit. You know that? You should just be quiet and grateful, Kat.
It had been 2 years since Catherine and Jordan got together. He was a talented lawyer, handsome and well-mannered. There was nothing to complain about.
Brilliant, Jordan! What do you think about becoming our company's personal lawyer? I'd be honored, Mr. Chairman.
At that moment, Catherine was truly happy. But things began to change once they moved in together. Jordan started to control nearly everything.
I don't like your nails colored at all. Just sit here. Kat, that dress is too short. No, take this one. You'll look prettier. Kat, don't eat that stuff. Do you want to turn into a pig? Hey, you! Huh? Don't you have salad here?
Hey, Kat, I think you should go home. Someone's about to crash us here.
It's like we're elementary kids on a field trip.
Get lost, Jord! When will you ever leave me alone?
Sorry, ladies. She gets a bit crazy sometimes. Let me pay for everyone's meal today.
Gradually, none of Catherine's friends could stand Jordan's interference anymore. They wondered why she hadn't kicked him out of her life yet.
What's wrong, my love?
I can't take it anymore with you. I'm breaking up with you. I need to get out of this suffocating place right now.
You dare? One step out of here, and I can crush you and the company your parents built in 12 years in the blink of an eye, princess.
That's the thing. Jordan was the lawyer for Catherine's family's company. She couldn't imagine what would happen if he got mad. The only place left to seek help was her parents, but...
Are you two back home? Don't worry about us. Why don't you go out somewhere?
We planned a trip to Germany a few days ago, but Catherine missed her parents, so I brought her back for a few days. As long as Kat's happy, I'll do anything she wants.
Oh, such a sweet boy.
Damn it! Jordan's ridiculous acting still fools them.
Mom, I don't think I can continue with Jordan anymore. He controls me like a toy. Do you have any idea? Listen, honey, maybe he's just a bit jealous. Don't overreact. The new project is going very well thanks to Jordan. He even proposed a deal for a 40% share in the company in exchange for marrying you. I think it's quite reasonable.
No, that couldn't happen. Catherine wouldn't let Jordan touch even 1% of her family's shares. That scoundrel. All right, first things first. She needed to get far away from that demon. Maybe she'd rent a hotel room for a few days. She looked at all those happy couples walking hand in hand on the street. Catherine and Jordan used to be like that too. If only she knew he was such a jerk back then.
Hey, Kat! You okay?
Huh? Oh, it's Rocky, the president of the programming club and Catherine's project teammate. He's a fun and adorable guy. A lot of girls like him. But Catherine has never seen Rocky date anyone.
I'm fine. Just some personal stuff.
How about some exercise to clear your mind?
And so, they went to the basketball court together. Honestly, Catherine couldn't remember the last time she felt so free and happy.
Kat, you're a really talented girl. Whatever you're facing, just be strong and rational. And I'm sure you'll find a way. Hang in there.
Thanks, Rocky. I had a great time today. See you.
She didn't even want to charge her phone for fear of Jordan calling. Even now, in a hotel room, she was haunted by the thought that someone might lock the door while she was sleeping. Her nightmare began the next morning.
Kat, are you alright? Your phone.
What was this? Photos of her and Rocky at the basketball court?
Why didn't you come home last night? I was so worried about you. Kat, come home now! Kat, why aren't you answering your phone? I miss you. Who is this guy? You're cheating on me?
Damn, how did he get these pictures?
If you don't show up at home tonight, he won't be safe.
Oh no, Rocky. She had no choice but to return to that dreaded house.
Jordan, we need to stop.
Just got home and you're already causing trouble? It's not funny, you know?
I'm going insane with your unreasonable control! Please, just let me go! I need to live like a human being!
Listen, you belong to me, Kat. It's fate. Don't worry, we'll soon be happy together forever.
What do you mean?
Tomorrow night is the official press announcement and party for our engagement. How about that? You must be very happy, right, my love?
She was shocked. No way. She had to stop this. She came up with a plan to trap Jordan.
Really? The exchange program list isn't finalized, and I'll be able to attend a makeup presentation? That's great! I'll definitely be there tomorrow. Thanks!
Contrary to her expectations, Jordan was frighteningly calm.
What's up, Kat?
Aren't you going to ask about the exchange trip to Japan?
Oh, so what?
What's going on? This isn't the Jordan she knew.
Why do you look so surprised? I've always supported your decisions, my love, as long as you like it. Poor plan, Kat.
No! Let me go!
You think I'm as foolish as you? Ridiculous. Maybe you don't even need to be at the party tomorrow. Just stay home and get ready to be my bride.
Damn it, this is bad. But wait, he's holding his iPad, isn't he? She suddenly realized Jordan never leaves it alone. Not even for a minute. She spent that whole night thinking about all possible ways to escape from him.
Hey, Kat, didn't see you at school this morning. Anything I can help with?
I'm just not feeling well today. It's okay.
I can swing by. We can chat through the window. Jordan won't know.
Wait, Rocky, I have a plan. It might be dangerous. Can you help me?
After arranging with Rocky, she messaged Jordan to come to her room.
Jord, how about pizza and a movie? It's been crazy lately. It would be nice to spend some time together. Oh, can you open this for me?
Silly thing. You know better than to mess with me, right?
Jord, I'm sorry about everything. I didn't mean for it to happen. I was just being impulsive. Can you forgive me? Thanks, Jord. Let's see. I'll order the pizza. There's a new authentic Italian place nearby.
Jordan still seemed a bit suspicious. Patience. Kat, she can do this. There he is. Rocky's here. Waiting for just that, she sprang into action.
What the? No! My iPad!
What was she feeling now? Joy? Relief? Pain? Or resentment? She wasn't sure, but one thing was certain. She was about to be free. She knew it. The iPad had a bunch of incriminating photos of Jordan. He wasn't a lawyer at all. All his credentials were fake. Jordan had pulled similar scams on wealthy families before. Tonight's party would be the end for Jordan and this hellish relationship.
Smile. Hold Jordan's hand. We need to show the partners how happy you two are. Oh, and speaking of which, why isn't he here yet?
No, Mom and Dad. She wouldn't act in that farce ever again.
I've been with Jordan for 2 years. For me, those were the most terrible years of my life.
Everyone was shocked by her sudden turn. Murmurs and whispers started spreading.
Jordan is a criminal. He planned to use me to infiltrate and drain profits from my family's company. Not only that, he treated me like an object he owned. Still haven't believed yet? The proof will show up right now.
The big screen showed the images copied from Jordan's iPad.
Ouch! Let me go, you jerk! Time for you to pay. I don't care what the cops will do to you, but this one's for Kat.
She returned to her normal life, a life of freedom and happiness that she'd long forgotten.
Kat, let's hit the basketball court!
Coming!
To anyone enduring a relationship that brings nothing but pain and suffocation, they should always prioritize themselves and not hesitate to walk away. Everyone deserves happiness.
evening, I carried Molly's stack of freshly laundered clothes into her room, but when I opened the closet door, I was overwhelmed by a mountain of wrinkled clothes inside. I angrily shouted, "Molly, can't you at least fold your clothes?" "Come on, they're clean. That's all matters." She came out of the bathroom with a pile of dirty clothes in hand and threw them on my head. Ew, Molly! I'm so done with you! Hi, I'm Athena, 18 years old. I have a very close friend named Molly. We were in the same high school, and when we went to college, we decided to be housemates because our colleges were located in the same city. But when we lived together, I realized there were uncountable conflicts between us. Molly had an extremely messy habit. She threw her stuff everywhere without following any house rules. Sometimes she left the TV remote in the microwave. Sometimes she left the phone in the fridge, which made us have to search for them almost a whole day. She never washed dishes as well, and I had to do all the house chores. Once, when my boyfriend Ryder came over, as I opened the door, he hugged me tightly.
Mwah! My baby, I miss you so much. Anyways, do you have money?
Suddenly from behind, a piece of bone flew straight at us. It turned out that Molly was eating chicken thighs and throwing the bones around. Molly, that's gross!
Babe? No offense, but this house is dirtier than a monkey cage and your bestie is disgusting. Come live with me. We can share the rent.
Who's disgusting? They started clawing at each other fiercely, and I was forced to pull them apart and urged Ryder to go home right away. For those who don't know, Molly and Ryder hated each other. Ryder loved music and collecting expensive instruments, so he was always broke. That's why I lent him money whenever I could to support my boyfriend's dream. However, every time he came over, Molly would mess around with his instruments and trash them. I constantly found her stuffing snack wrappers inside his sound hole and even his shoes. Ugh. After Ryder left, I angrily yelled at Molly. "I've had enough of you! I can't live in your landfill anymore! I'm gonna move out!" "Come on, I'm just a little busy. I'll clean it up when I'm done." I was so mad that I didn't respond. I picked up the pillow Ryder had just thrown when suddenly a strange envelope fell out of the pillowcase. On the outside, it was written that it belonged to a man called Boss Anderson, and the money was a mysterious transaction. I unwrapped the envelope and was shocked to find that it contained $100,000. My hands trembled and I looked at Molly. The sofa that she brought from a thrift store 2 weeks ago had brought us a treasure. We thought for a moment, then smiled at each other. Completely forgetting about the conflict earlier, Molly and I hugged each other and shouted joyfully, "We're rich!" The next day, Ryder came over to pick up his leftover stuff. I excitedly told him about the envelope, and he immediately grabbed my hand.
You discovered that envelope first, so that money must be yours, right?
Out of nowhere, Molly kicked my door open and burst into a heated argument with him. "But I bought that sofa."
"So what, you filthy animal?"
The two of them rushed to another fight and we were all crazily stressed out. I used all my might to separate them and firmly declared, "We will divide this money in half. After that, I'll move out. Are we done?" Molly sighed and Ryder was furious. A week later, I was jogging alone when suddenly a black car stopped right next to me. I was startled and scared when two men rushed to grab me. I struggled to kick both of them and was able to escape their grips. Running straight ahead in panic, I accidentally bumped into a large man's chest and fell to the ground.
Are you the one who bought the brown sofa at the thrift store?
Hearing this, I immediately understood what was happening. The person I was facing was probably Boss Anderson. I immediately ran away, but the other two gangsters stopped me.
Looks like you know about the envelope. Give it back to me in 2 weeks, or I'll make you wish you were never born.
After that, I returned home in a state of shock and had not yet recovered. It quickly broke me down. Seeing me like that, Molly immediately rushed to comfort me. After hearing everything, she reassured me. "It's alright, I haven't spent any of it yet. Wait here, I'll bring it." But both of us turned the whole house upside down and still couldn't find the money. Then Molly vaguely recalled that she might have left it in a hotel safe during her last trip. It was probably the only time she understood how important it was to be neat and tidy. With our hands tied and my life on the line, Molly promised to get the money back in 2 days to ensure my safety. During those 2 days, Boss Anderson's underlings kept coming to my house to harass me. One day, they drove past my house, whistled, then threw a stone at my window. The window broke in several pieces as they howled.
You have 2 days left.
The next day, they even barged into my garden, then started trimming my trees into weird shapes and sending threatening messages to me. When the debt was due, I tried to call Molly in panic, but she didn't answer. At this point, I was about to call Boss Anderson to beg for mercy when loud bangs continuously appeared at my door. Bam! The door fell down. Boss Anderson and his underlings rushed in and covered my mouth. I tried to struggle but lost consciousness at no time. When I woke up, I found myself lying on the wasteland of an abandoned seaport. In front of me were those scary gangsters. They were standing intimidatingly while carrying terrifying weapons. I burst into tears while falling to my knees, trembling, and begged for one last call to Molly.
Fine. This is your last chance. If she doesn't pick up the phone, you'll suffer in her place.
After that, he gave me his phone. I immediately dialed the number, but contrary to what they thought, I called my boyfriend instead. Save me, Ryder! I'm being kidnapped by the owner of that envelope.
Jesus, where do you keep it then?
Why are you asking that right now?
Just tell me. I'll bring it over and beg them to spare your life.
I told him about it, but as soon as I finished, he appeared from behind the container.
A girl shouldn't take that long to deal with, you incompetent losers.
Ryder picked up a stick of wood and knocked several times on the heads of the gangsters. Ryder, why are you here?
Spill it! Where's the other half?
I was completely shocked by Ryder's real face. As it turned out, he was just taking advantage of me all this time. When he found out that Molly and I found $100,000, he had hired some fake gangsters to take it all from us.
Tell me, where's Molly?
I don't know, maybe she ran away with the other half.
Then you have to make up for it.
Having said that, Ryder ordered his man to act. The fake gangsters trembled as the fake boss Anderson stammered.
Hey, you only hire us to take the money, not to actually hurt her.
Ryder grabbed him by the collar and coldly pushed him into the sea. Seeing that, the other man quickly ran away in panic. He lit the torch and cruelly headed straight for me. I burst into tears and quietly prayed. Suddenly, a familiar girl ran to me. Stop! I got the money! It was Molly. She was holding the rest of the cursed money. Turns out she simply forgot it in her car.
Give it to me!
Just when Ryder was about to snatch it, Molly threw the money into the sea. That jerk immediately lost his mind.
You stupid sheep!
Then out of desperation, he jumped down to get the money while Molly quickly ran to rescue me. Suddenly, we heard shouting from below. Ryder was caught in a fishing net. He looked absolutely ridiculous. In the end, that greedy good-for-nothing ended up in jail after attempting to hurt me. To avoid further trouble in the future, Molly and I went to find the real boss Anderson to return the envelope. After everything that happened, we all received our own lessons. I no longer blindly put my heart and my trust in the wrong person, and Molly had also changed her way of life. As I was admiring my new shoes, my sister Sam came over and snatched them out of my hand. It suits me better than you! I angrily grabbed them, but Sam wouldn't let go. When I was about to win, she suddenly took her hand off and I lost my momentum and fell backward. Sam sneered, not forgetting to tease me before leaving. Keep them if you like, but then everything of you will belong to me, including Tim. I looked at the shoe that had torn a big piece in my hand, sobbing. Hi everyone, I'm Susan, 19 years old. My parents are famous former track and field athletes. I really admire them, always trying to have the opportunity to participate in the national team. Everything was going well until my sister Sam also wanted to be a track athlete and wanted to take everything from me. Yes, Sam never liked being on the track team, until one day she met Tim, the captain of the men's track and field team. That day, Vanessa and I, my best friend and teammate, met Tim, who was secretly hugging something in the hallway, making me and Vanessa extremely curious, so I decided to follow him. When I saw him coming to the door of the women's restroom, I was startled. I've been friends with Tim for a long time, but I didn't expect him to be like that. So I took the thick book from Vanessa's hand. We ran straight inside and found him running his hand under the door. I shouted out loud, "Pervert!" Then I rushed up, using the book to beat Tim until he collapsed on the floor. At this moment, the bathroom door opened. Sam came out from inside and quickly helped him. What the hell are you doing? It turned out that Sam was on her period and had a stomachache in front of the classroom. But at the time, there was only Tim in the class, so Sam begged him to buy tampons and bring them to the women's restroom for her. Ever since that misunderstanding, whenever she saw me and Vanessa, she would pull me close and ask weird things about Tim. What kind of girls does Tim like? Ugh, this is so annoying. So I shouted angrily. It's clear that he likes girls who love sports. And next day, the coach brought Sam to the front of the team to introduce. From now on, our team will have a new member. I rolled my eyes, not expecting her to actually join the sports team. From that day, all the members of the team practiced very hard to get the chance to represent the school in the competition, except Sam. She just stared at Tim from afar while the men's team was practicing. That morning was our speed test after a week of training. What was the point of checking when I was always the winner? I quickly ran forward, passing one by one. Suddenly, someone from behind pushed me hard, causing me to fall face down forward. I tried to get up and continue the competition, but my leg was injured. Because of that, Sam, who hadn't trained seriously, was able to beat me. Vanessa rushed to help me. Sam, you shouldn't have pushed Susan like that. Hey, what evidence do you have to say that? I couldn't stand her anymore. I wanted to rush to her, but the wound wouldn't allow me. When I was about to fall, Vanessa caught me. Let me take you to the hospital. After that, Vanessa and I left in front of her cocky gaze. So for the next week, I could just sit and watch everyone practicing. After removing the bandages, my running power was far behind that of the other members. If this goes on, I won't be able to get the chance to represent the school. When I was sighing in frustration, Vanessa came to my side. Have you lost all your energy because of such a small matter? What about asking Tim to help you? He has a lot of experience. I hesitated. But Sam will misunderstand. Oh, Tim and you are just friends. Moreover, Sam made you injured. She should take responsibility. Right. Tim only helps me as a friend. When I asked him, he happily agreed. That day, Tim and I practiced endurance running in the park. In the middle of the running track, Tim turned around to tease me.
Let's race to the gate, and whoever loses will have to pay for lunch.
Before I could agree, he ran first. I definitely won't lose. I sped after Tim. When I was about to catch up with Tim, he suddenly turned back, sending me tumbling towards him. My whole body was on top of Tim. Our eyes met, so close that we could feel each other's breath. I quickly pushed him away. After all, he was the guy my sister liked. Suddenly, a voice came. It's fun, right? Why was Sam here? I hope she didn't misunderstand. Then Sam pulled me aside and pointed straight at me. You know I love Tim. Why are you seducing him? There is nothing between me and Tim. We kept arguing without knowing that a worker was cutting branches nearby. At this moment, Tim shouted loudly, "Careful!" A large tree branch suddenly fell towards us. Without hesitation, I pushed Sam away, and luckily the branch hadn't fallen on either of us. Tim quickly ran to help us, but I realized that Sam couldn't get up. You alright? She didn't have the strength to answer, falling into my arms. We quickly took Sam to the hospital to check. When she woke up, I quickly hugged her. Oh, lucky. Wait a minute, I'm going to call the doctor. Then I asked Tim to take care of her and ran out. When the doctor and I returned, we overheard the conversation between Tim and Sam. But I joined the team just because of you.
No matter how hard you try, the one I like is Susan.
Sam cried while holding his hand, but Tim didn't feel the vibration, shoving her hand and causing her to fall backward. Seeing that, I immediately ran inside and pushed him out. Sorry, but you should get out of here, please. Tim hesitated, wanted to say something, but then he sadly left. After Tim left, I wanted to hug Sam to comfort her, but she just slowly pushed me away, cried and said, "Please, leave me alone." Although I was very worried, I still thought that I should leave now. After that, Sam always avoided me until the day of competition. That day, when I returned to the break room to prepare for the competition, there was Sam with scissors in her hand, and on the ground were my shoes. They were torn. Panicked, I asked Sam, "Do you know if I don't have shoes, I can't participate in the competition?" "No, not me!" I looked at my torn shoes and was about to leave because I didn't want to see Sam's face anymore. But she quickly pulled my hand and brought her shoes to me. "Hey, use my shoes." "But why did you do that? You won't be able to take the exam." She put her hand on my shoulder and firmly said, "I have realized that love's not everything. Please trust me. I'll make the person who did this come out." At this time, the loudspeaker announced,
All athletes candidates should be on the track in 5 minutes.
"Scat! Get the representative position you've always dreamed of." I nodded, put on Sam's shoes, and went to the track. When I got there, Vanessa looked at me in surprise, even at my shoes. I didn't have time to think too much because the signal to get ready was shouted out by the coach. Vanessa and I ran forward as fast as we could. Vanessa seemed to be distracted, so she fell halfway through, and I quickly reached the finish line. Now Sam suddenly ran out of somewhere. "Teacher, my shoes have been stolen!" It was like Vanessa grabbed a tree branch to save her life, quickly interrupted. "Look, Susan's wearing Sam's shoes. It was her who stole it." I looked at Sam confused, but she just nodded. Seeing that, I strongly objected. "Nonsense! These are my shoes! How dare you say that? Your shoes have been cut by me! Why are you still—" Everyone there covered their mouths. I got angry and rushed to grab Vanessa's collar. "I've always considered you a close friend, but I just want to win you." It turned out everything was done by Vanessa, from cutting my shoes to pulling me down on the speed test. She even texted Sam to interrupt him and me at the park just because she wanted to take this position. So Vanessa was dropped from the team and warned in front of the school. And of course, I won the position of representing the school in the national competition. Sam and Tim also came to cheer for me. Before the exam, Sam pushed Tim to me. Ow! They're such a beautiful track athlete couple. I looked at Tim shyly, but it was so good to hear the words.